center.
Okay.
You know, freezing.
We're back live. Joyce, you want to go back over on that side? Because I need the flat table. Because I did a little homework last night.
We don't have anybody yet.
We don't have anybody yet?
No.
Okay, well, we're talking about why you shouldn't need Ravel cord. Okay. I'm here with Jeff and Joyce and Ranger Danger. Alright, so we're going to talk about how to separate yarn from another color. This is just one color to one color. Just the way we did it with the Ravel cord on the flatbed machine. We're going to talk about how to separate the yarn from the setup bonnet. And then we're going to talk about how to separate the yarn from a hung hem. So you don't have to use Ravel cord. Because, like I said, I don't have time for that business. You'll need a pair of sharp scissors. And I happen to have a pair right here. I know. Go ahead and write that down. It was the first time I was prepared. Okay, so we're going to take a couple different opportunities. What I did on this was I made the largest stitch possible so that you guys would be able to see where I'm going to cut the very most easiest. Okay? We're going to cut, in order to separate, you want to cut a leg of a stitch and the leg directly above or below, however you look at that, okay? If I cut those two stitches and I pull, then I can take, since this is so loose, I can take and separate the two. Okay, if I reach in here and I find the tail, right here, if I pull this tail out, the other thing you can do is cut directly above the tail, but not the tail yarn, okay? So for that one, you would cut right here, okay? And then you can pull it. We'll do that one on the other side. So since these stitches are so loose, okay, what I'm going to do, and I'm going to try to do this with my offhand so that you guys can see better. So if it looks like I'm fumbling, okay, so if I cut this one, I'm going to cut this one too. This one right here. So identify the two that you're going to cut. You might have to spread it out. Okay, there's that one. And there's this one. Okay. All right, now we're going to flip it over and we're going to cut yellow yarn again. Okay. Sorry if that made you sick, the flip. Okay, so I'm going to cut here and I'm going to cut here. Because one of these is waste yarn and one of them would be project yarn. Okay. News on the True Knit. We're down to making the tiny little changes. So what I did was I found a tail and I just pulled. Okay. Now, here's this tail. Ranger? He's after Joyce. He has to herd Joyce. All right, now this tail, if I pull it, it's probably going to be attached to somewhere over here. So what I will do is I will pull this tail right here, and you can see it just pulls those stitches out, and we're apart. Now, we have live stitches on both sides, okay? Miss Jenny taught me that trick. Now, let's talk about this one. Getting the yarn away from the setup bonnet. Now, if you use a setup bonnet with rings, you're sunk because the yarn gets caught in the split ring. I think that's another one of the dumb inventions of CSM world. Okay, so here's my tail. Okay, now, if I pull on this tail, you can see which one. Can you see that? Can you see where I'm pulling? So where I want to cut is, I don't want to cut the tail yarn. I want to cut right here, okay? And this is hard because I just spread it back out because I was pulling. I don't want to cut. All right, I'm going to reach up and I'm going to cut right there. Okay? Now, the last time I tried this, I pulled my tail and broke it. Now I've run into... But what I'm doing is I'm pulling the tail. You're going to have to back off because I'm going to have to give it a good yank. Okay? Pull that out. And ta-da! It comes right apart. See, I did a great job on that one, didn't I? Don't you love how perfect I am?
Sometimes whenever you get your tension tight like that, it kind of makes the stitches weld together.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. So you just keep trying to find a tail to pull on. Now, do I want to, if, in a perfect world, this would all work out?
It is
All
okay.
right. Yeah.
It shows that, this is all the struggles that we all have.
Sure it is. And what happened was I pulled 2 of the 3 plies. That's why it didn't come apart. Is that not hysterical? So now it comes apart just fine. Except for that last little stitch. Yeah, okay. Good job, J-Mo.
Oh,
Oh, wait, where's my homework?
Sometimes it works, sometimes it's a little struggle.
Sometimes it is. Okay, so we have 2 opportunities. I hung 2 hems. So on this one, the yellow yarn is the waist yarn. Get my scissors. And this is at normal sock tension. This is why you need a nice little pair of embroidery scissors. And it doesn't matter which side of the leg you cut. Don't pull up your yarn and cut the project yarn like I just did. See, things are going great today. Now, so I cut the 2 stitches on this side. We're going to flip it over just to be on the safe side and make it a little easier on ourselves. We're going to cut 2 stitches on this side. Okay? Now then, pull a tail and it comes right off. Hey, look, it worked one time. All right, now we're going to go like this. And ta-da! There's a little left. All right, so I get to show you that one more time right here. This time, the purple yarn is our waist yarn. And I didn't know which would film better, so I did a light one and a dark one. So I'm going to cut. Let's cut right here and right here. Now I'm going to cut right here and right here. And if you pull it up, it's that loop. See that loop? That's the one we want to cut. Normally it works out better because I can... Okay, so this one's going this way. Ta-da! And this one should go this way, and that's the tail. So, let's pull this one right here. And there. It just takes a little practice, okay? And you too will be an expert at not having to use Ravel cord. Thanks again for joining us and taking time out of your day to learn something new, because I think that's fun.